once you learn how to do that, then you can bring in all the stakeholders and you can get into programs that'll help you and train you on how to build it. But that first step is you have to design a business model that is desirable.
When I initially moved back to Pensacola, I had a meeting with Lloyd. Lloyd invited me for breakfast and I was telling him, man, I still have an idea for the entertainment industry. This is what I wanted to do. He was like, all right, I got Startup on the Blocks. So I need you to start coming to Startup on the Blocks and get a little more information on how to work through the tech ecosystem and take your idea and we'll get you where you need to go. My company is called The Know, is an app that is streamlining business for the entertainment industry. Yeah, so if you're a musician, what you would do is pretty much jump on the platform, you'll create a profile, but the way we created the profile is pretty much a cleaner way. So now if they want more information about you, you'll connect your social media platforms, your streaming platforms, and that way they can go directly to it. What we also have included is your calendar. So pretty much you can set your days, you can set your price for your days and automate your booking. So initially talking to Lloyd, my idea was all here, it was there, it was over here, it was over there. It was like, all right, Quinn, I get it. You got a lot that you want to do, but we need you to bring it in just a little bit and then work on your pitch, your story, and how you're going to bring it full circle to get people to understand what you're trying to create.
Most of the programs here wasn't inclusive, and so we said we'll focus on helping founders of color. We also start at the beginning of the thing, at the idea stage, whereas a lot of the programs you see here locally, they start after you're up, and that's not very efficient unless if you don't have a lot of money, you can't recover from your mistakes. And the Lean Startup system, it actually helps you make mistakes faster before you spend a lot of money. You don't actually start building anything until you got customer buy-in.
There was a need for small businesses to bring brand awareness to their business. I see there's a lot of makers and bakers that they're making all of these goodies and these products, but they can't market it, they can't sell it at the same time, and there needs to be kind of like that middleman, that middle person to help bring economic growth to some of the small businesses in Pensacola. So Taste of Pensacola, I came up with that idea during the pandemic when I saw things at that time that Amazon couldn't fulfill. They didn't even have those products, but the local people in the community, they did. And so there was a ton of people coming out saying, hey, I make masks. I'm like, wow, this is amazing. All the local people here that are just as talented that can actually make those products. And so I wanted to kind of showcase who they were. So with Taste of Pensacola, our income streams, we have several of them. We have the corporate America, we do corporate gifting, just regular consumers, different Pensacola natives that don't live here that want to purchase our boxes, like a taste of weddings, distribution. So we also do bulk sales. So for a private airline, if they want some local snacks and goodies on their passenger flights, they will come to Taste of Pensacola and we will source their vendors here locally. And we'll give a small business owner an opportunity to have reoccurring monthly sales. I've always had a really big vision for Taste of Pensacola. I knew that it could go beyond just local. I know that maybe other communities could possibly use the same platform that I'm trying to build. And I always have these big visions, but I never know how to even get there. Where do I start? I know it's more than, there's a lot of technical things behind it. I know there's a lot of research, but that connection, I never had it until, thankfully, I met and was introduced to Startups on the Blocks and was able to just learn more about how to grow it in terms of data. Things I just never thought about, framework, words like traction. There's a lot of things that I just did not know about and language that I need to know in order to get funding for my business. There's just a lot that I didn't know.
I would go to the stores and look online. They didn't have a wide variety of natural hair products about 8 years ago. And the ones that they did have, the ingredients, it would say that they were all natural. And when I would research the ingredients, a lot of the ingredients were not natural. I make everything, my shampoo, conditioner, I have an oil that I make, and I have 2 different separate butters. Like I had some people who were completely bald and grew their hair. It's about giving women their confidence back in their hair. I have this salon and then I have a second salon, and I have my products in about 5 beauty supply stores. So I need a manufacturer to keep up with the demand at this point. Startup on the Blocks has helped my business grow. Send me to different people. I'm able to do different pitch competitions to apply for grants in the community for small businesses. Lloyd's a really good person to connect with. He has a lot of resources here in the community that can help small businesses grow. If you have a product out there and you're trying to go big time, he's the person that you would want to meet with.
So it's really important to have some type of support because 9 times out of 10, most founders start out on their own. And to have somebody that has an idea of how the ecosystem works and is able to tap into other resources and bring back to the community, and that pretty much has encountered some of the roadblocks or going through the same roadblocks that we're currently going through and understands where you're at, your culture and how you respond to things, is a big help because you don't really have too many people that have access to what we have access to here in the community. And a lot of people believe that you have to leave and go to bigger cities to do the things that we're doing here. But I mean, it's one thing to have exposure, but you have to actually know it's here in the community in order to take advantage of the resources. So I get approached and I talk to friends all the time that wants to either start an idea or hear that I'm actually doing the app and wants to know more information about how are you doing it or what's the process, what's the path. I'm like, man, we have somebody here, Startup on the Blocks, Lloyd Richard. And Lloyd is here, he's a great resource to the community and to founders that's trying to learn the ecosystem. So join Startup on the Blocks.
Welcome to Startup on the Block, Startup Founders Best Practices. We're glad to be here tonight, but we're also concerned about the folks out there battling the hurricane. And so we definitely send our prayers out to them. So if you're listening and you're being impacted by the storm, just let us know how you're doing and what's going on. So we praying for all you all safety and everything. Tonight, we are going to make sure everybody understands what our Black Founders program is and the benefit that you as a Black founder can actually get from the program. And so it's the background, the backstory is that a lot of corporate America out there want to sponsor programs to support, Black founders. And so we at Cocoa Institute decided to put together some things specifically for Black founders to kind of help them be able to take advantage of the ecosystem. And so kind of want to share a few things with you about that. But for me, everything is about the startup ecosystem and how to leverage it to help you build your startup and the main thing is learning the best practices, because if you do the best practices, you can actually get access to the resources that are in the ecosystem. Some people, I heard the term startup universe, but there is the correct term is the startup ecosystem. And so we'll talk about that a little bit, but that's the purpose of the Black Founder Program, is to get people ready so they can take advantage of the startup ecosystem. So that's what's key here. I'm going to share my screen. Let's see here, and we'll get rolling through it. These are a few slides I put together here today to kind of help people understand what we're doing here. And I hope you enjoy that video. We'll get some new clips to put up there, that our beginning video. So Quinn is definitely actively working in the startup ecosystem, and Tia says she's getting ready to scale. I have to check on Santia and see what she's up to. All righty, so let's get down to the Black Founders Program. And just to be clear, a lot of the services we offer, they're available to anyone who wants to take advantage of them. And but especially within the Black Founders Program, what we try to do is to get sponsors to support the programs that we offer for Black founders. And so we're just trying to use an approach to kind of give Black founders access. I will say this, and I don't know if folks really understand it. A lot of the accelerator programs, a lot of the programs the in-kind programs, corporate programs, you have to apply for them, and and they have a lot of stringent requirements for doing, and most of the accelerator programs require you to have yourself and a co-founder participate. Um, and then they require you to be at a certain stage. But if you're a Black founder and you don't understand the startup ecosystem and what these programs are looking for, you're not going to be able to get access to the program. So when we created the Black Founder Program, it's all about giving the Black founders access to the same training materials that were available in all these accelerator programs. And so in a lot of cases too, the Black founders were not able to travel or to be away from home or whatever. So we do all of our stuff online to make sure founders can get access to the information. And that's why we're here every Thursday night for the past 4 years to kind of make sure there's access to information. So empowering Black founders with skills and resources to launch innovative ventures, fostering a diverse startup ecosystem. So we need more Black people in the startup ecosystem taking advantage of the resources. It doesn't do any good to have an idea or something if you can't get the resources you actually need to actually bring that idea to fruition. So we want to make sure you have the information and the knowledge to kind of move forward. So like I said earlier, we're trying to bridge this knowledge and resource gap. So we want to make sure you got the knowledge, and then connect you to the resources in the ecosystem that you can use to keep you on track, going through all the life cycles of a startup, reaching all the milestones of a startup. And so that's what that's all about. So if we could get more Black founders into the ecosystem, it would make the ecosystem more diverse and inclusive, and you'll see a lot more successful Black ventures, in the forefront of things. And so I've run into founders all the time that have really neat solutions, but they don't know how to package them and sell them. And so you have to learn the best practices. You can be the smartest person in the world, but if you don't know how to leverage the ecosystem, and it's not about making excuses, not having the money or whatever. It's about understanding all the different possible ways you can move forward with your thing when you run into a roadblock. We're targeting Black founders who need knowledge and resources. We focus on teaching them the best practice, building business models, and to help them grow, and just definitely make an ecosystem more inclusive and diverse. So I kind of did a little chuckle there because I'm looking back at all the programs I participated in over the past 10 years, and I would say maybe one of the programs was diverse. Most of the programs, I was the only Black person, in the program. And so, but I noticed a lot of people out there that have identified problems that they can actually pull a team together to solve. And so, but like I said, that roadblock, you got to fill out the application. So if you don't know how to communicate your business model, how to describe your business in a way that the program wants to hear, you're going to be out of luck. And it's just learning that language to kind of move things forward. So feel free to kind of ask any questions, just to chime in if you have any questions about what I'm doing. So, but yeah, that's kind of, we're focusing on the Black founders, and so we have
different programs and services that we offer the Black founders. And so it looks like we got a thing here. And so we got currently right now we have um, a business model design course happening right now. So we're still accepting people who want to take the class. If you're from Florida, you have an opportunity to win some money, but folks outside of Florida, they have an opportunity to learn. So in less than 30 days, you could have a check for $1,000, and your part three founders will have a check for $1,000. And we also have a 90-day launch program going on now, and in less than 6 weeks, we're gonna folks from that cohort will have some money in their pocket as well. And so just and that's just for learning and working on your own business. That's and there's no strings attached to the money other than that you have a business in Florida. Yeah. So thanks for that. All righty. So what is all of this about? And so to participate in the startup ecosystem, and let me say this, but before I keep moving on here. So I'm trying to figure out where did this come from here. Did I hit something? Let's hit cancel here. Okay, accidentally hit some. I apologize there. Yeah, but anyway, what we try to do is guide the founders through this process. So the ecosystem requires you to have a business model and that you pitch the business model. So we help the founders in designing their business models, pitching their business models, and launching their startups. And so once you learn, that's kind of like the foundation. And so once you learn that, then that's what you use to actually recruit co-founders and partners and getting people to help you do what you're trying to do. And understanding the milestones that you have to lead your startup through is key, because you have to know where you're going and what you're trying to get to. And so you go from one milestone to another one, and as the ecosystem see you making progress through those milestones, then that gives you credibility to actually get you into more programs. And so it's like credibility is based on your progress that you make. And so that's part of the credibility that you have. And so the other part is that your startup actually goes through phases, and so you have to understand those startup life cycle phases. But if you can kind of gather all this knowledge and understand all this stuff, so you can participate in the ecosystem, opportunities will start flowing to you. So I do want to mention this is, so if you're participating in the ecosystem, organization will email you and recruit you to participate in their programs that give you money for participating in that program. So if you're not getting emails inviting to apply for these programs, that means you're not active enough in the ecosystem. So you need to sign up for the newsletters that relate to your startup, and sign up for the emails that send out opportunities on a regular basis. And whatever industry you're in, you need to identify the entrepreneur support organizations or the corporate innovation programs in that industry. And you need to make sure that you're on their email list as well. And so that way stuff will flow to you. You don't have to go hunting for it all the time. And so there definitely you have to engage with these entrepreneur support organizations. So, like, I belong to Cocoa Institute. We belong to the Black Innovation Alliance, and it's got close to 200 organizations that work with Black founders. And so that should give you an indication all across the country. There are a lot of organizations that are directly um, supporting Black founders. So in my case, being in the ecosystem for quite a while, I get opportunities emailed to me all the time, and even as long as 5, 6, 7 years ago, I was getting opportunities, for tens of thousands of dollars being emailed to me to kind of move forward. And we'll show some more things again about what's out there in the ecosystem. But there's programs for startups, and so they're there. So you just have to make sure you're you, once you know they're there, then you can be on the lookout for 'em. So our goals for this year is to support 1,000 Black founders by the end of the year. And so we're about halfway there, so we got a lot of work to do. But I'm not worried, because it's just a matter of partnering. Our strategy is to partner with our organizations that have a lot of members, and then we can support them with our programs. And one of the reasons why I'm doing this today is just so you can be aware, so you can, if you know some Black founders out there, you can actually let them know there's an organization out there that's willing to help you move forward. So that's the kind of key thing there. So our goal is to literally prepare you for accelerator programs and other startup programs, prepare you for pitch competitions, and we do that through the training things we offer, and we give, like I said, we give anybody access to like 2 of our training programs, and literally they are the 2 leading programs in the world, and so you're getting access to the best. Yeah, and so one approach with our we want to be able to support founders all over the world. So our strategy there is to let's make sure you know what our services are, and we'll have a form that you can actually fill out with your location. So as we get sponsors for your area, we can actually provide more support for you. But we need to know that you're interested in the services that we're offering. Yep. And so how do we end up supporting all of these founders, being such a small nonprofit? And so these are some of our partners and organizations that we are affiliated with. So I'm a member of Blacks in Technology, and so you should be a member of Blacks in Technology, because you get things to support you in your journey as a founder. You get things to support you in your journey in the field of technology, the tech-related jobs. You get free or discounted training. So we partner, and that organization has, I think, around 36,000 members all over the world. Just went to a conference earlier this month in Atlanta, and it was fantastic. So yeah, that's what that's all about. The Startup Science, this little light bulb here. Greg Shepard, we've had him on, and he's written a book, and so I'll share that link with you a little later. And also, he's doing some promotion of the book, so I'll share that link as well here in a little bit. Yes, definitely check out the Blacks in Technology. Yeah, Dennis is doing a great job on running the foundation there. And the main thing he does is he looks for programs to support the members. And so it's literally unbelievable opportunities, that if you have friends and family, coworkers that are looking for training, they have all kinds of partners, to kind of support that, and always trying to do stuff to help get more Black people into technology and help them advance job fairs, you name it, a bunch of stuff. So we're excited about the startup science partnership here, and the reason being is uh, Greg has been through 12 exits, and he's documented what he learned from going through that 12 exits, and so we're partnered with them to use their platform, the Startup Science platform, and we make that available to you as a Black founder. We make it available actually to all founders, but we make it available to you so you can get the knowledge. You can learn all the terms that are associated with being a startup founder. You learn how to communicate with partners, entrepreneur support organization, innovation support. You learn all the terms. So when you're applying for something, you know how to fill out the application, and you know what the terms mean. That is so critical, because if you can't communicate about what you're doing, but we're making sure you have the ability to kind of get access to that training, and it's being continuously updated and to kind of support. And now the book that Greg has, and when I pull up at the site, I'll show you that. It actually, as you reading the book or listening to the book, it ties directly into the training platform. So imagine having to reading the book and learn stuff, but then being able to go on the computer and look at the videos to get more information, and listen to the audio, or read the material, or get access to the tools. So we're empowering you, through that partnership to kind of get the knowledge you need to move forward. And it's definitely something that needs to be taken advantage of. And Coda, we're definitely excited about partnering with them. And so through our partnership with them, you get, as being a part of affiliate with our program, you get 6 months of service from them for free. It's like $1,000 value, but you also get to use unlimited AI, which it's up to you how much you use. But you literally can run your whole company off Coda. So that's what's so fantastic about that. So we partner with Make Startups, and so I love that partnership, because that's going to help us grow. It's going to help us serve more Black founders. It can help us serve people that are in the We Are system, through the local workforce boards, help us serve folks that are have access to vocational rehab. And I don't remember the name of the program, but if you're an adult and affiliated with the vocational rehab, they actually have a program for if you want to be self-employed, where they pay, I think, 6 months of your expenses to help you get started. So, but you have to go through the entrepreneur training. So we hope to leverage that platform to kind of help people out with that. The PitchBob thing is, so if you haven't, you definitely want to take advantage of that, because that's going to help you with all your startup documentation for your startup. So here's the question about the First Friday networking is going. So in Pensacola here, we do what's called the Pensacola Network, and it's actually going to be tomorrow. It's always on the fourth Friday, except for in November and Thanksgiving time. But it's going to be here at the Villiers Square in 321 North DeVilliers Street, right across from Five Sisters in the heart of Belmont. the behaviors. And we'll be looking forward to seeing you tomorrow, Craig, if you're gonna show up there. Yeah, and I'm glad he's asking this question. So like the Pensacola Network is a community networking event where you can connect with almost anybody, and so that's what so it's a chance to get connection, and we use that event to kind of help people get connected to resources within the community or even outside of the community, so you can actually take advantage of that. So it's not just about what you need as an individual; it's about what your family members need, your children, your grandchildren, your relatives, your coworkers. It's just finding information that kind of connect people and all areas of life to help them grow. So here in the startup world, what we're trying to do the same thing, but we're trying to connect you to startup resources that can help you grow your company or turn your idea into an actual business. That's what that's all about. So getting back here to Pitch Bob, so that's a chat thing that you chat with it, and it literally answers the questions, and it literally builds your pitch deck. It builds your business model canvas. I mean, just tons of documentation, and to move you forward. It just gets you off to a great start. And Lord Junior, if you actually see that code, I don't know if I got that code, Pitch Pop code in that document. I don't. Yeah. So yeah. So I have to, yeah. So once we'll find it and get it. But this you get the Pitch Bob at half price. It's a one-time fee, and I think it's maybe up to like $70. So you maybe pay $35 or something like that. It may be a little bit more expensive, but imagine spending an hour or two answering questions, then all of a sudden you get generated all of these documents from like a business plan, I mean, it's just literally amazing and helps you kind of get started. Now, the lean stack thing, that's where we teach the business model design and the launch stuff. And excited, we're a member of the Black Innovation Leaders of Florida. And man, we got some good stuff going there. So that's so the neat thing about that is I'll take a second and find that here in a second. But anyway, in addition to generating those documents, I'm going to show you something a little later on. The perks you also get with that, and so that's going to be a really really good deal. But you just get access to so many things. It's just crazy. So if you got an idea, we want you to stop sitting on it and start moving forward with it. Is literally what the bottom line is on that. So yes, Craig, just hold on a second. We'll get that for you. The lean stack thing again. So like I said, and a lot of people don't actually realize the importance of this platform, but it's actually used in accelerator programs all over the world. It's used in colleges all over the world, and I mean, when I say all over the world, I literally mean all over the world. So it is the definitive thing for the lean startup methodology. Ash actually invented the lean canvas, and he's been working tirelessly to figure out, to lead people through those milestones that they need to get to. So, Lloyd Jr., if you would kind of get the link to the YouTube channel for Ash, and I think that's a good thing you should do, because he's got like in the past month and a half he's generated I think about maybe 5 videos, and they're like 7 or 8 minutes, but they're literally packed with information to kind of help you understand how to take advantage of some of this stuff. And you definitely will be doing yourself a favor if you kind of get that. Okay, so Black Innovation Alliance. I That's the organization that we belong to. That's got like almost 200 organizations that some are much larger in the Cuckoo Institute, and some of them are small like the Cuckoo Institute, but they all have expertise and they work with founders in their own unique way. It's kind of hard to imagine there could be all these organizations, but they all got their uniqueness in how they work with founders. What we do that's different than most organizations, we don't care what your startup idea is. We don't care what industry it's in. We teach you the basics of business modeling. And so like even in our cohort that we just started this week, cohort 4, we got high tech stuff, we got low tech stuff, but everybody needs to learn this business modeling and to kind of move you forward. And I don't know why other folks don't get this. You can be in this thing or that thing, but if you don't know the basics, what does it matter which industry you're in? And I've been in all these accelerator programs for all these different tracks for verticals, but if you don't have the basic foundation on how to run a startup, that's a real challenge. So that's why this lean stack stuff is so important. Ash, so definitely take a look at those YouTube videos. You'll be actually glad you did it. Thanks, Lloyd Jr. Yes. So let's see. And the last one is Goody Nation. We had Joy on the program a couple of years ago, and what Goody Nation did for Cuckoo Institute, we became a member of that, and I haven't checked how many founders they got in there lately, but when the last time I take a look, it was probably 700 or 800 Black founders and Latino founders in there, and so. But Joy with Goody Nation, he focused on accountability. So, like, if you're a founder, his program helps you be accountable to what you say you're going to do, and it also connects you to resources. So it connects you to like let me see, can I break this down just because it's pretty neat. So you have the accountability sessions. So let's say you need some expertise in a certain thing. So and within the platform, it connects you with corporate people all over that have certain expertise, and you can connect with these people just by being in this program. He also has perks. Now help you understand what perks are, so you can get free perks. And then it's just you can meet other founders. It's a whole community. It's centered in Atlanta, but it works with founders from all over, and so that's a great thing there. So definitely, I don't know how often they do their openings to get more folks in there, but so the main thing is accountability, and so Joey also his unique value proposition is also relationships. So he focused on the relationship gap that people have, and so here at the Cuckoo Institute, we focus on the knowledge gap. And so making sure you have the foundational knowledge, to kind of move forward. Yes. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna take see if I can find something here to. So it's yeah, I'm gonna take. I'm gonna show this video, and while you listen to that, I'll find the other stuff you all you all need. Thanks a lot. I remember when we met. So why I said I'm thinking, why is Ebony interested in innovation? Why is Ebony interested in helping founders? Why is she volunteering to do this stuff? And so kind of could you help us understand that a little bit?
So part of it, I'm going to come from part of it from personal side, and then I'll come from it from professional side. So personally, my family, again, they've always had some type of entrepreneur situation. Okay. And so I have seen what that is like. My parents have always been givers. We are Christian. So that community of wanting to help one another, that's always been there. I've seen my parents give beyond what they should have given year over year and time over time to people and to support people. That's always been there. On the professional side of it, I truly believe that the better off it is for our community, the better off it'll be for my business. Because I am not going to be able to get every single deal out there. And there has to be this level of collaboration. So if I can help someone else who is also in the same industry as me to move ahead, that is fine. That is perfectly fine for me, because most of the contracts, when I look back and being able to work with contracts for AAA and Coastal Creamery, that came out of partnership with a black woman.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that's collaboration. And if we are going to be able to see our own pockets grow, we can't have this mentality of wanting to always be in competition and not seeing that if Dr. White does well, I can do well. If Lloyd does well, I can do well, because we've built this community together. And so I know that if there's something that Dr. White does and someone comes to me, I can refer. That's how and why I do what I do. I really, truly just want to see people's dream come true. And that's just who I am as a person. But it just makes good business sense.
Yes.
It's just one of those things that just economically makes sense.
Okay, fantastic. I think I've found that link. Just give me 1 second here. I'll pull it out. I apologize. I didn't have that ready for you. Come on, my cursor's. Okay, finally got it. All right, so this is for the Pitch Bob, the 50% discount, and I do need to tell you a couple of things on that too, but I'll go ahead and post it in here. Let's see. This is for Pitch Bob. So that dash doesn't go in there, but this just could cool 50% off the professional version of that. And let me see if I can pull that site up here real quick. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. So Pitch Bob, I'll get back to this. Before what this is one of the reasons why we partner with them as well. So let me get up here at the top here. So they have this thing called perks, and being a part of Pitch Bob, you actually can leverage these perks here. And as you can see, there's like 440 of these perks. They're all different kind of things. And so like if you're a startup you can actually get 25,000 in Azure cloud. And you can get it through applying directly to Microsoft as well, but that's a good one as well. So DigitalOcean. So just some perks of things you get. So like if you need a paid version, MailChimp, you get some discount there. So there's just tons of things in here you get discount on or free for a period of time. I like the ones that gives you credits that last at least a year or 2 years. So with like for example, with those AWS credits, $5,000 AWS credits, $25,000 Azure credits, you can host websites. You can use all the AI that those sites have. It's just really amazing thing. So let me get to the actual PitchBob site here. It says like a co-pilot for founders, but this is the key for PitchBob. It's a chat application. So talking to the founder, he recommends that you use Telegram or WhatsApp or to kind of do it. Sometimes with Messenger, Facebook Messenger, it loses track of conversations, but with Telegram and WhatsApp, you're in good shape. But literally, it just it asks you a bunch of questions about what you're doing. So this is the version. So basically, you get this it's a one-time fee, but you get 50% off this fee right here. And so let's see what they give you. So access to the perks thing I just showed you, a data room, Excel, like it looks like it sends your application to 21 accelerators, generates a business plan. So it acts as a pitch coach for you. So it's just a fabulous offering, and the founder here, he's always sharing stuff as well. So don't hesitate to take advantage of that. That's actually to getting started, and so you don't have to start from scratch. That's the best money you could ever spend, is that $40 one-time fee to get all these documents generated. So don't hesitate to let me also just put the website in here too. So and it's pretty good too. So that's, where's my copy and paste? Not working too good here. Try one more time. Hold on. That's what the problem is. Okay, here's the link for the PitchBob thing. So Craig, definitely take advantage of that. And what you may want to do too, Craig, is when you're doing it, you can pull up ChatGPT or one of the other chat bots. If you have trouble answering the questions, you can just simply ask ChatGPT how to answer the question. But PitchBob will also help you answer the question too. So it's very helpful in that. And so that's a good way to go. Yeah, there's no shortage of resources in that. So definitely one of the best values for things that we have. But let's keep going. And so a lot of the stuff we do, like before, is through partners and sponsors. And so we've been doing this event for over 4 years now, and this is probably around the 204th event. We missed one event because of a storm back in 2020, and so we're here to make sure you have access to networking and also can hear about these best practices. But these folks actually help us, help you, and so that's the kind of a neat thing. So I guess some people may not realize there are a lot of corporations, there are a lot of local companies that are willing to support, Black founders, and so that's what. And I do want to mention here. I just thought about the Haas Center. So if you're in Florida, anywhere in Florida, they will. If you got an idea or if you need some market research, yeah, so that they do market research for your company. And so they have a grant to actually do this for minority founders and veterans. So definitely, that's something you want to do. So, Lord Junior, you have to do a Google on the Haas Center, but that's something that's available to you. So, like if you're an inventor and you need a prototype 3D printed, they can actually 3D print a prototype for you as well. And FAMU also is a part of the university center that is supported by the Economic Development Agency, the Federal Economic Development Agency, but they offer free services to founders. So that's really fantastic. So let me go back to this slide. So I mentioned the Black Innovation Alliance. So one thing you're going to find out a little later on is that the Black Innovation Leaders of Florida has partnered with Patent Acts, and through that, Kukui Institute being a innovation hub for the Black Innovation Leaders of Florida, that we're going to be offering access to learning materials, so you can learn anything you want to learn about copyrights, patents, and trademarks. And the neat thing about that too is we're going to be giving out some scholarships to actually file for a patent and file for patents, and also file for trademarks. So that's a nice relationship. So as a result of that relationship with Black Innovation Alliance, and you saw Ebony. Ebony was listed one on that video above promotions. She's actually the CEO for that, and so yeah. So we're going to have give Black founders access to that training, and so just be aware of that. So through all these partnerships, we're able to support you as a Black founder in a lot of ways. And so we try to get it covered where you actually know all the best practices for building a startup or running a startup. Here at the Kukui Institute, we focus on startups, but we for our training program like this Lean Stack, we have nonprofits that go through that. We have traditional businesses that go through that, and we have startup businesses that go through it, because everybody needs the business model, and so it doesn't matter how small or big your business model is. The Lean Stack or the Lean Canvas serves new businesses, and it serves existing business. You don't have to be up and running. It's just you're learning how to build a scalable business model. So we all know about starting Main Street type businesses, barbershops, restaurants. But what if you had the information and the knowledge to build something that can scale and leverage technology? And even if you're not a technical person, that to be able to create a business model for something that can actually grow. And that's what this Lean Stack, and I just can't overemphasize the importance of that. And I haven't, so to my knowledge, I don't think there's one other Black organization that's actually leveraging this program to help Black founders, and that other organization is in Canada. So we have a license that if you want to have access to the training, we can actually get you access to the training. So just remember that, and you can get off our Kukui Institute Get Started page. You can join our startup community, and there's a form you fill out, and one of the things on there is for that Lean Stack training and the startup science training. But the main thing I want to make sure we cover on this slide is that the Lean Stack is the foundational business model, and also how to launch your thing, how to launch. And believe it or not, the folks that are going through the 90-day program right now, which is the launch program, they're validating the demand for whatever their business idea is, and they're also learning how to do sales pitches for that product or service. It's an amazing process that you actually go through, and the program takes you through, and anybody can learn it. So that because it doesn't do any good to build something if you don't know how to who you're going to sell it to, or how to sell it. Yes, and you could have the best idea in the world, the best technology in the world, but if you don't know where and who to sell it to, you're out of luck. Now, the startup science, that's is about going through the life cycle of a startup, and I'm telling you, Greg Shepard, and I'll pull up his book here in a minute, and the platform. You can't go wrong at that, because I've been to so many pitch competitions, and our people get asked questions, and you don't know what that is. That's startup science has it in there. So the neat thing now with the book that Greg just published this week, it actually you can get it audio or a regular book, but anyway, it actually is in sync with the software platform, the training platform. So definitely do that. It's got the tools in there to help you figure out anything you need to figure out about your startup. Okay, so the next thing we have is this Co-Founder OS. Our licenses on that are a little bit more restricted than the other platform, but the good news is we have that available. And the Co-Founder OS is just like it says, it's trying to be like a co-founder for you. But really, what I like about it when you fill out the application to join the program, it actually, you have to describe your business, and through all the questions, it actually helps measures your entrepreneurship skills. And then as you go through the training, at the end, you get a national certification, entrepreneurship certification. And so, yeah, so for the only training program that actually fulfills the requirements of working with the workforce boards to help people learn entrepreneurship. So that's the deal there. So the next thing we have is Patent Hacks, and I was telling you about that a little bit earlier, and that's through our partnership and membership with and me being on the board with the Black Innovation Leaders of Florida. So if you want to get access to the Patent Hacks training, basically Patent Hacks is a software platform that teaches you how to file for a patent and teaches you how to file for trademarks. It's got all the training material in there. But it uses AI to automate the filings of a patent, and so that's what's the neat thing about that. Any questions? So basically, as a startup or as a business owner, you're going to develop IP, or you might come up with an invention. That's the platform that's going to make sure you understand what to do. And believe it or not, for patents, this Patent Hacks, it teaches you and it gives you all the access to all the stuff that allows you to generate a lot of stuff on your own. And but then when you get ready to file, it only costs like $500 to file for a patent. using that to file for a patent, but you can actually, typically you may be paying a lawyer 10, 15 to 20,000, but with this, it cuts down your expense to access to that. But also the patent office has programs for small businesses and underserved folks to file for patents as well. So don't just assume that you have to pay that money, because the patent office has all kind of programs as well. Yes, and I can't remember if I put the Haas Center thing up there. Not, I'll show it again. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I guess we're getting close to the end here. So these are the services we offer. One of the things that I haven't overly emphasized yet, we leverage AI a lot to help founders. So this business idea evaluation, we can guide you through some platforms and actually get your idea evaluated based on a lot of different criteria. We have, I mentioned earlier that the Haas Center can do market research reports, but we also can do market research reports and technology research reports. And like I said, the startup documents, that's with the PitchBox. So so you're good to go there. And entrepreneur training, basically all those things I said, like the Lean Stack, the Startup Science, the Co-Founder OS, all those are training platforms. And believe it or not, we actually have more, but depending on what the founder's particular interests are. And these training programs, if you're a business owner or if you have an idea and you're not sure what to do, or you don't know what the next step is, we try to take that excuse away from you, because if you engage with us, we're going to connect you with the information you need. We have over 10 Lean Stack coaches, and we got 3 of us are certified at a level 3, and so we can help you, guide you through your process. In November, we're going to do a Get Started boot camp to kind of help you if you do need help getting started. So we'll have a boot camp here in Pensacola. We're going to do kind of like in November, it's going to be like a Pensacola Startup Month in November, and so that's what's going on there. And so I'm trying to remember which day it is, but I think it's the second weekend in November. We'll do a Get Started thing where we'll be help you with some of the things you actually see listed here. We're going to do our Black Founders Innovation Summit again next year in April. That was a really fantastic event. So have speakers come in, and we're definitely looking forward to that. So we don't want you to be making any excuses about building a business. Yeah. And so let's see. I think I got one last slide. So if you know anyone that is interested in supporting Black founders, we any organization that that has a lot of Black members, we want to connect with them, and so or if you want to sponsor some Black founders to get some of our services, that would be great as well. So feel free to reach out to me, and also KakuInstitute.org get started page. So are there any questions on that? Craig, we'll be glad to work with you, and just with people that think there's no help out there, we want to make sure we let them know there is some help out there, and we can help connect you to the right things. I did want to show you this real quick. I was talking about the book earlier, and I can put the link in here for for this, but it looks ridiculously long. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to see if I can. I know it can't be this long. Let me see here. See if this actually works. But literally, what I wanted to say is nope. That's let me go back here. But just give you the name of the book here. It's the Startup Life Cycle, and Greg actually wrote this book for us. That may sound hard to believe, but he did. He literally wrote this book to help people of color learn how to build and sell startups. And so that's what the deal is there. So just want to make sure you understand that. But anyway, and it's also linked to his training program. So it's got a bunch of courses in there. And so I'll just skim, I won't go into any of them, but startup types, founder types, startup life cycle, founder must adapt, the vision phase, founders call, just the product why. Yeah, and all of these things are like just a few minutes to kind of get through them. Revenue models, find your competitors. And he actually has tools in here to help you find out your competitors. Tools to help you do analysis, ideal customer profile, buyer persona, all this stuff, business model, valuation, acquisition types. Greg, has I mean, he's the guy that's been through 12 X's, and he's put this information in here to kind of help you get going. Now, so let's see. Yeah. And if you wanted to kind of listen to him, I think in a few days he's got a talk going. I listened to the one the day before yesterday, and it was fantastic. And he simplifies everything that has to do with taking a startup through those life cycles, and he does it in plain English too, so it's not complicated. So, but yeah, definitely take advantage of listening to this. You won't be sorry. Okay, so, and like I said, also in this platform, he has a bunch of tools in here that for competitors, determine your market size, grant founder, grant writer, acquire a founder. So he works with the idea that when you're starting, you should pick the company that's going to buy you out. Partner founder, investor match. So yeah, it's these tools are in there. So here's just some tools here. Got some templates in here, different kind of legal agreement templates. So that's available for you. So, and like I said, the Cuckoo Institute Get Started page, and we also put the link directly to the platform in here as well. So all kinds of stuff, pitch events, etc. So let's see, what else do we have? Okay, we're partners with Coda, and I can put that link in here. I'll go through these really fast so we can get you all out of here. So this gives you $1,000 Coda credit, but I've been using this for over 2 years now, and it's a really neat platform thing. But as a startup, and see, this is the challenge with what you have to learn. When you apply for a lot of these things, you have to the way you fill it out, believe it or not, determines whether you're going to get the free stuff or not. And so there's a way you have to describe everything in order to get access. And that's what these programs, the Lean Stack and the Startup Science teaches you, how to describe your business in a way that people can know you're trying to build something that's scalable. And so that's what the idea is. But anyway, you can actually they got some criteria here, but when you're filling out the form, you just, when it gets down to this partner thing, you can just pick the Cuckoo Institute in here, and in order to kind of get your thing. I guess they don't have them in alphabetical order, so you have to kind of search for. But these are all the partners that are in there. So let's see. I'm looking, but I don't see it. But we're in there. Let's just type it in. Let's see. Cool. Yep, there it is. And so you just put us as a partner, and then you're eligible. But I'm telling you, a lot of the applications you have to describe your business in a way. This one looks like it's a lot simpler. So that's one thing I wanted to make you aware of. And then let's see here real quick. The lean stack thing, really quick. They describe it's like the syllabus, and this is a syllabus for a 90-day, but it also has the 30-day training in there. And so you literally just go through this training. It's got plenty of videos in here, and it's most of it is self-explanatory, but yeah, it's there for you, and you can actually get access to that. So also, when you go in here, open up one of the lean canvases. You got all these tools. This is for your lean canvas. How one-page business model. You got your traction roadmap. You use that to stress test for viability and feasibility. You document your pitch, your rollout plan, and then in the 90-day you have the customer forces AI that actually was part of the 90-day program where you're doing demand validation. So it's just got a bunch of tools in here that actually you can use. See, I think I had the patent hacks thing up here somewhere, but okay. So the patent hacks, let's see, where are we at here? Go to Learning Center. But this is where you would learn about all the patents and trademarks. And I don't know why the site is a little slow today, but we'll wait on it in a second. But anyway, so you do get access to this, and it's a pretty neat resource here. Oh, so are there any last minute questions, because we're getting ready to roll out here? And next week we're going to have Erica Haskins, and she is going to teach you how to raise money with the Safe Notes. And so basically for the patent side, these are the classes that's got in there, so you can learn all that, and then the preparation stuff for doing your patent, and the stuff for drafting your patent, and the stuff for filing your patent. So that's there. And then on the trade, I guess that was the trademark side. Here's the patent side. Same thing here, going through that process of learning, searching, and then drawings, drafting, and filing. Yep, filing. Yep. So there is no shortage of resources for you to actually use. So, yeah. Yeah, so that's what the startup world is all about, and what we're trying to do to connect founders. And if you've been through any of our training programs before, the training, the Lean Stack looks 100 times better than it did 3 years ago. So if you went through last year, it's updated since then. And Ash is getting ready to push out another update, but the AI, Customer Forces AI, if you've been through the 90-day program, the AI does all the Customer Forces story for you. So it's pretty fantastic. We're excited to be out here in the startup world helping founders. The biggest challenge I have with Black founders, they don't the mindset is kind of hard to believe that you get all these free things for building to help you build a startup, but the world wants to help you do it. So don't fight it, just roll with it. That's the way I see it. And yeah, we appreciate you all supporting us and sticking with us through the years, and we hope to kind of keep growing and providing more service to help you move forward. And don't hesitate to reach out. Take care, and we'll see you all next week when we have Erica on here to help you understand how to raise money for your startup. Good luck with the storm, everybody out there. Prayers go out to you, and if you need any help, reach out. Take care. Bye-bye.